Hey, everybody. Welcome to Sunday night's Messages of Love from Above. And thank you so much for all the birthday wishes. I've had an amazing birthday, and cheers to another rotation around the sun. I'm excited to see what this next year brings, and gonna be doing a little life review, and not here personally. I just see what's next. What do I want to invest my energy in next? What does Spirit have? So I'm excited. I'm sure there's going to be some new things happening over this next year. So before we get started into the readings, I do want to send love out to the world. And if you'd like to join me, I would love that. I'm going to just take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now. And whether you're watching this live or on replay, you can join together outside of space and time where this love exists, and we multiply it to the world. So we just allow that love to drop into our heart, fill us up, and flow out, surrounding the world in a giant bubble of love that as many humans as possible can feel the love ignited in their heart, and that it make its way out into the outside world. And of course, if you are in need of love today for your heart, your mind, your body, a loved one, a situation, we send love to you as well. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me and doing that. And excited to get into the readings. Um, I did announce the two winners of the 30-minute and 45-minute personal recorded reading. I will be putting out a new announcement tomorrow for the next drawing. And just based on participation over the last uh, readings I've been doing, the drawings, might change it up a little bit. Just to see what else we can do. I just want to make it exciting and fun and timely. I think every 2 weeks it kind of feels like it's a long time, even though 2 weeks flies by, doesn't it? Fast these days. But I think I might try to do it weekly and maybe just do like a 30-minute like I was doing before. But we'll see what Spirit wants to do. But I will have an announcement sometime tomorrow. I do have my host is going in for a procedure in the hospital tomorrow. So it might be more later in the day than normal that the video goes out. So any prayers for her? Greatly appreciate those too. So I don't have any really any of the videos that I want to share right now. I just want to get into the readings. I just feel like let's go. So let me pop out the chat here and we will get going. Hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful day. I know I did. It was busy talking to family and friends and birthday meal and all sorts of fun stuff. So I'm going to sleep good tonight. All right. So if you're new to my channel and to these readings, how I handle them, free readings, I start at the very top, first come, first serve, make my way down the chat. The chat is the list. So you just put your question there. If you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading and Spirit will know. We'll pull cards for that. I'm going to make them short and sweet, shorter and sweet. Just a couple cards rather than I used to, for the free readings, I'd go really detailed, but I wouldn't get through a ton of readings based on feedback. It seems to be still getting the messages across that you're wanting right now for this moment. So we're going to do those. But if you make a donation, I do prioritize the reading to honor that energy exchange. I step out of the free readings, complete those, and I will go into more detail for the readings with a donation. And then once I'm done, step back and continue going through the free readings. So that's how it works. To make a donation, you can use the super chat down at the bottom, or YouTube takes about 30% of the donation, and if you want to um, make a donation by another option in the what do you call it? A pinned comment. Wow. I have Venmo, Cash App, Square, and PayPal. So, and you can make a donation of any amount. I don't look at the amount because I know everyone has different income streams at different times of their life and from each other. So whatever you donate, I honor that. So great question. Thank you for asking that. Um, no, the priority list is just two right now. We've got Jan, you'll be up first, and then EE, and then that's it. So it's not long at all yet. So I appreciate that. All right. So that is how it works. And hey, Michelle and Jan. All right. Perfect. So thank you so much for all the birthday wishes as well. I really appreciate those. So we will start here with Jan. You are up first. And you want any messages from spirit? Yes. Woohoo! Birthday celebration. All right. Oh, that's just the birthday celebration? It's not a donation? Oh. Well, thank you. All right. Well, we'll definitely, since I'm already pulling cards for you, we will still do it. The messages from spirit there, and see what they have for you. All right. And then EE, you'll be next, Michelle, and then Source Symbiosis Metamorphosis. Wow. I'm not going to say that fast. All right. So, Jan, messages from spirit here. I like that. Right. So, Jen, you've got the Justice card coming in here, and you've got the Moon. So, both of these major arcana, which mean that's an important time of life right now with some wonderful balancing out of the thoughts and the beliefs. And I know this is something you're working on already, of cutting away the old thoughts that no longer serve you. But I really feel this is spirit letting you know that you've been doing this deep diving, right? The moon can represent the subconscious and the unconscious, and you've really been getting into the nitty gritty. They're showing me like on your hands and knees with a toothbrush, getting to those nooks and crannies. So you've really been doing this significant inner work lately. And so they really want to bring that kind of a high five, a recognition to you for that, that this is balancing out. And you're starting to see it seep out into the outside world because of course we don't change from the outside in, we change from the inside out. So sometimes we're doing all this stuff here and the outside world seems to be stuck in doing what it's still doing, but it's seeping out now, and you're going to start to see things just really start to flow and change outside because you've got the Princess of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles, new things happening in the outside world. Got the Four of Wands, celebration, joy, beautiful kind of harvest, springy feel coming out there. You have the Chariot card, which represents victory and, of course, movement. So, all this movement, all this stuff happening here. And then the Eight of Pentacles, which would be also about movement and that you've done the work and you're about ready for this upgrade, for this change that's happening, which would be an elevation in the outside world, a lot like an apprentice becoming a master, a assistant manager becoming a manager, graduating from school. It's that feeling of an uplift and a change in your life. So you're about to see these things unfold and move forward in your life because of all that you've been doing. I still love that picture they have in my head of you down just in those nooks and crannies of this tile floor, getting in there in between the you're like really getting in there. And so it's spirit just, razzing you and letting you know that it's recognized the depth and the hard work that you've been doing on your inner journey. So big kudos to you from Spirit for you, and I like it. Very, very good. Yeah, 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 definitely. I love it. I love it for you. So thank you again for the birthday celebration. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, EE, you are the next donation up here, and you want a message about your husband's job. All right, let's take a look here. See what Spirit wants you to know. Okay, those two and those two. What else? All right, let's see here. You got a couple sets here. All right. All right. So it seems like here that your husband has been yeah, again, I see that by these for sure, because you have the devil card here, which is all about Saturn energy just getting a hold of our thoughts and our beliefs and our mindsets about things that we've had all our life and just shaking, shaking, shaking that cage to challenge us to find out, what do I believe about all this stuff? I've got to do it. I get to decide. I don't have to listen to the supposed to and the should, the need to, the have to, and whatever of all these opinions. I get to decide. And that's what happens with the Saturn energy, is it just rattles, rattles, rattles to allow him to step into his power here with the Prince of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. New energy, new passion. So I feel like there's some shaking around just career in general. You know, not so much even just about their uh, their current job, but just what kind of job would make them happy. They were doing all this stuff because this is what they thought they were supposed to do, the right thing to do. Parents and society and all these, influences tell us this is the prestige job you should be wanting. So everybody goes for it. And we're like, but we're not happy. That's not what I want. But all right, that's the dream that was given to me, but I don't feel like it's his dream. This is what's being rattled and shaken because on the same end. So in one end, we have that. On the other end, we've got the Justice card, which is all the balancing of the mindsets. Again, here's the Ace of Swords, which is cutting, cutting, cutting all those fears of letting people down and the supposed to, the should, the need to balance things out. And here's the Knight of Wands, which comes after the Page of Wands that you just had. So this is so much the same message twice, but this one's about movement, because the Knight, of course, is movement, and fire, and fast movement. So I feel like things are really starting to, escalate with where it's just like, I can't stand it anymore. I've got to go do something else. And this is very much supported here because we've got the High Priestess card here and the Six of Cups. Six of Cups has to do with nostalgia and memory, like the past, childhood. And the High Priestess has to do with digging deep and understanding, where does all this come from? Where is this, all this emotion that is, so tied to success and what it means and jobs. And so this is really this stepping away, really getting into the nitty gritty and understanding, what is it, that is at the core of this, understanding what's below the surface and the subconscious, because that's where the childhood is down here in the subconscious. This allows them to get into that and understand it, which I really, really like, because we have the Eight of Swords. So swords, again, we were just talking about that with the Ace of Swords, but the Eight of Swords tells us that he's discovering what of his own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, those old fears of losing conditional love, what of those have been making him feel blinded and bound and trapped. And I love this for him because this is the transformative time, right? This is where he's cutting away all of that to move forward. And I like it. It is time for him to leave behind the old mindsets. What does he truly want to do? If it's a little less money, it's a lot better to have health and joy, have joy and celebration. The Six of Pentacles still says that he will have enough for himself and able to give. So it will still be successful, this change that he does, and he'll have joy as well, which is health, right? Because when you're stressed, when you're in fear and you have all that, it impacts your body. It shuts down your immune system. You feel sick, you have high blood pressure, you're flooded all the time with all this adrenaline. It's exhausting. I mean, it impacts everything in our physical body as well as everyone around them, right? You're like, yeah, I know. No one wants to be around a cranky person, but they're in fear and and your heart goes out to them too, right? I mean, you want them to feel good and be happy, and you want to be happy with them. So it is time, let them know that, just support him going, you know what? I want you happy. Let's switch. We'll do what we need to do, but I'd rather be happy with you doing something, um, you know, that you love than find you, you're exhausted and you end up having a heart attack and I'm here alone without you. I'd rather go with you and be happy than you try to stick this out and end up really in a bad situation. So I like it, EE. Tell them to go forward. It's time. And I like it. So many, many blessings to you. All right. And again, thank you for your donation. All right, Michelle Lezia, you are up next. And thank you for the happy birthday wishes and the donation. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate the well wishes there. And okay, your question is up there. And if you haven't checked out the giveaway winners video, you may want to check that out. So you want to know, what do your spirit guides want you to know? Please and thank you. They do want you to go check out that video because you possibly, maybe, might be a winner. Maybe. I don't know. I just have a feeling. So let's take a look here. All right. So what do your spirit guides want you to know? All right. Well, you have some awesomeness coming this way. You've got the Knight of Swords and you've got the Six of Pentacles. The Knight of Swords, all the knights are on a quest for higher knowledge, seeing things from this higher perspective, connecting to these capital T truths that are rooted in unconditional love and cutting away thoughts and beliefs and, the small T truths, those rooted in the fears of losing conditional love. And this has to do with it together because the Six of Pentacles has to do with our feelings of equal giving and receiving. Relationship wise, it has to do, and it actually impacts a lot of places in our lives because it's the codependency awareness card, or it's turned more into the um, overgivers card, right? Where we're um, taught when we're younger that we have to give so much in order to get so little back. So this rate of exchange of giving is out of balance, where we feel like we have to give 1,000 to get one back. And it happens, parents are busy or grandparents or whoever it was we were wanting attention from, and we had to do so much just to get a little bit of time, and then they're off again. You have to do something so much again to get a little bit. And as children, we then develop this out of balance rate of exchange, which we accept as children because we don't know any better. We're like, that must be how it is. And then it seeps in and solidifies in our unconscious. Well, this thinking and this connecting to higher things allows you to access that and bring it forward. And I always say now it's like now there's an edit button on it. We can click edit, lets us into the field of 1 to 1,000 and erase some zeros, save, and it goes to 1 to 1. And so we bring this unconscious feeling of out of balance giving to be where we will receive equal and give equal. And it's a wonderful transformation. So I feel like this is something that's been going on for a little while. That six stands out. So I really feel like over the last 6 months, you really been it's really been hitting. You've really been seeing it and revisiting it and revising it. And I like that because of that, you have the Queen of Pentacles. One, this is abundance, but it's also Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. And so I feel like you've been allowing yourself to receive and have this abundance to receive, and you're starting to feel comfortable with receiving where you don't try to deflect it and go, no, 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 you shouldn't have. Instead, you're learning to go, well, thank you so much. And you're grateful for it, but you're allowing yourself to receive, which the Three of Wands is taking you into a different direction. So I love this. I feel like Spirit is going, this is kind of the stage you're at. You're really becoming comfortable, allowing yourself to receive, to feel like a queen at times instead of a Cinderella servant, girl, right? And this allowing this beautiful change that you're initiating in your life regarding this, which impacts, relationships, work, education, whatever we're doing, because it does, that rate of exchange impacts every area of our life. And I feel what comes next for you is just more continued fullness in your life where you just allow yourself, so comfortable and open to how you receive it, that you're feel like you're worthy to receive it, that you have this abundant feeling. The Ten of Pentacles is one of the most abundant cards you can get, along with the Queen and the King of Pentacles. And you have the Six of Wands, which is about being recognized and victory, and just joy. And the wands is fire and energy, just this wonderful recognition that you receive from both humans and from the heavens, right? So there is this wonderful change of events that's unfolding, um, because you've been working on that, the worth and the self-worth, and understanding who it was and how it was that had created that rate of exchange inside of you. So I like where this is headed. I mean, very much, wow, right? Abundant, abundant, allowing yourself to receive. It's like there's been a flood or a dam of um, abundance that's been waiting to come to you because you have deserved it because of how much you've given. Now you're opening yourself up to receive, and here it comes. So I like it for you, Michelle. Many, many blessings. And it started today too, because you are one of the winners of the giveaway. So be sure to check out the video. All right. Again, thank you so much for your donation. Many, many blessings to you. All right, source symbiosis metamorphosis. I like it. You are up next. Thank you so much for your donation. And let me see here. You said you asked, did you ask a question up above? Let me just scroll up here. If you did not ask your question yet, if you want to post it, let me just make sure it's not up here. Nope, I don't see it here. Oh, there you go. Why are you so infatuated with your new coworker, Ashley? Ooh, okay, let's take a look here. So let's take a look here. I just finished your reading, Michelle, if you want to rewind a little bit, if you haven't already, and then you'll hear all of it. All right. All right. So, source symbiosis. It's interesting here because you've got the Six of Cups here, which Six of Cups is usually nostalgia, childhood memories, in that, type of situation, right? And you've got the Empress card here, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. You know, it can be sensuality and just this beautiful, beautiful, nurturing feeling too. And this infatuation, I feel, really has this connection to your past. Now, it's not your mother. I know it almost sounded like it was headed that way. It's not because they remind you of your mother. That would be weird. It's this nurturing feeling, and I feel like they remind you of something. They remind you, I mean, of this very nurturing, safe feeling. Absolutely. But I feel like the it's triggering something from your past. It might even be not even someone you knew, but, like, someone that you were, I don't know if you were infatuated with someone on TV or something like that. I almost feel like there's these underscoring features and personality, and, that's just triggering, and they remind you of them, and it's like you had this crush on this person when you were younger, either school or TV, movies. It was someone, maybe music artist, but it's someone that is, um, going, "Oh my gosh, I just and you might not put it together until you're like, "Oh my god, it's a combination of this person and this person." And I kind of feel like it is because you have this 2 of Pentacles, which I feel is like the combination of 2 different people, um, that, just really comes together here. And I like the Wheel of Fortune coming in here because it does say this is a fated meeting. This is a fated that this person is in your life on purpose for a purpose, and so it's not an accident. This energy and this draw and this spark doesn't just happen. Oops, accidentally. It's like it's been designed for you to really be like, who is this? And I'm drawn to them, and they are definitely here for a reason for you. Um, the reason is to still be seen, though. The mystery will unfold because you do have the 7 of Cups, which represents a lot of different emotions, which is exactly what you're feeling. You're feeling this and that and this, and it just feels like there's a whirlwind of emotion that just flows through you, right? When you see them or think about them, and it's all right. It's when you realize, okay, it's happening on purpose. I'm just going to go with it. You have the King of Pentacles here, and the King of Pentacles is a wonderful energy. It's abundance, it's wholeness, it's completeness, and it's their journey of finding their worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way as well. So this is about a journey for you, experiencing the outside world. The king usually has this wisdom about when we define ourselves by the outside world, whether it is a relationship or a situation like job, education, or things, we feel unstable because all those things are unstable, right? People change, they pass away, they walk away, situations never stay the same. Things break down, deteriorate, blow up, burn down, stolen. So eventually we get tired of the instability of the outside world, and the King of Pentacles learns to turn inward and upward to find this solid love, this eternal, unconditional love from the higher realms to be your foundation. And then it transforms the emotions and the experiences of the outside world. So with this, interaction that's happening as you're going along, it's just realizing um, part of all of that is for you to find your worth on the inside and not. It's almost like try to hold yourself back a little bit with moving too fast to in there and go, okay, what is this showing me about myself and who I am? And let me also, um, still follow my heart and see what unfolds. But I like this balance in between understanding, because the 2 of Pentacles is also bringing that heaven unto the earth and that earth to the heaven. It's the as above, so below kind of energy too. So the reason for the infatuation, that's what we've talked about that. But they were kind of letting you know that this energy there, what it's there for, the higher purpose for the energy there as well. So I like it. Can't wait for the story to unfold, the mystery. But that's what they have for you. So thank you so much again for your donation source, and many blessings to you. I like it. All right. Thank you so much, Latoya, for your donation. And so I received that via PayPal. So you'll be next. And then Elpedia, you'll be up after that. And Latoya, thank you for the happy birthday wish. um, did you ask your question up here? Let me scroll up. Yep, there it is. What spirit's advice concerning Charles, right? Is that all there was? Okay, very good. So let's take a look here. So, what does Spirit want you to know about Charles? I had a boss named Charles. I used to call him Chuckles the Clown. I don't know why. He has passed, so he's probably here now. Uh-oh. If you suddenly see me go, "Pff," it's because he smacked me upside my head. Pff. Let's take a look here. What advice do they have here? Let me just switch this back so I can see. There we go. All right. Let's see what we got. What advice about Charles? All right. Yeah, there's a lot going on with him, huh? There's this you've got this energy. Um the 10 of wands represents just almost exhaustion, almost a feeling of burden, burden, just so much energy that you've invested toward toward them, right? And it just feels like you just have so much energy that went there. And I like that they're going, you know what, it's time for you to take all that energy and to focus this on you. This is you, the nine, you being independent, you being uh, your worth, being focused on yourself, and all this energy, instead of it going outward there, they're saying bring it all in here for you, because here you have spirit, which is a little dove, if it'll focus, in your hands. There it is, beautiful dove in your hands, and the black cat is your connection to the spirit world. And they're like, it's time. You have been patient, you have invested so much energy. It's time to invest this energy on you, because quite honestly, you're the only one that's going to appreciate all that, right? Again, it's emphasized in this group of cards. The high priestess stepping back into her high priestess temple, connecting to spirit, going behind the veil, connecting deep into your emotions. And this is you investing all of this energy, this Ace of Wands energy, in that, on you. Again, all this energy being invested into you, because the 10 of Wands is the ending of where you're investing your energy. And here's reinforcing this is, where they want you to invest it. You also have the 10 of Swords and the 8 of Cups. And the 10 of Swords, swords are thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, expectations, and, all that energy that you had here was you trying to live up to all these, trying to make things work and make them happy, try to give them what you felt they needed, trying to be who you thought they needed you to be. There's all this energy. But the 10 of Swords normally has someone laying down on the ground with all the swords stuck in their back. Again, burden, burden and exhaustion, burden, exhaustion. And it's like, enough. I've had enough. And it's like spirit going, yes, you have totally done it's like almost you've done anything you can possibly do, and it just feels like it's never ever ever going to be enough. And so the 8 of Cups is them basically saying you're ready to leave behind the emotions that no longer serve you, where you've been investing all this emotional energy, and you're ready to swim to the shore, which what you swim to is the 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, right? And what I love is your final card is the 9 of Cups. Where you swim to, where you go to, you find this wonderful, again, a nine. You had the 9 of Pentacles here, which is you finding your wholeness and completeness independently with yourself. The 9 of Cups is also finding your emotional fulfillment independently with yourself. And then this allows this wonderful change to happen in your outside world, because all that energy that was going into, it feels like it was going into a black hole, is now being appreciated, because you are going, I can appreciate all this energy. Who wouldn't want to be with me? You know what? I choose me. I don't need you to choose me, because I choose me. And but then it just unfolds and fills you up, and it transforms your world. So I feel like Chuckles the clown can go join the clown circus, because it's time for you, um it's a time for you, period. And so that's what I feel Spirit has for you in advice around Charles. I know it's a pretty strong message, but I just see him with a clown, the red nose and all the paint and the frown. And I'm never going to be happy. It's like a sad clown face. They can't be happy because they're a sad clown, and you can't change their makeup. They won't let you. And so you're like, you know what? Get in your clown car with all the other clowns, and you can go ahead and go. I'm going to head off on my own journey. So that's what I feel they have for you, Latoya. I I am very intrigued with that message, and I send you so much love and such a big hug, and many blessings to you. But you've done what you need to do. So that's what they have for you. Again, thank you so much for your donation. All right, Elpedia, you are up. Hi. Can you know the current energies from your work colleagues towards you in your current workplace? All right. Yeah, let's take a look here and see what they have here for you. All right. So what energies for your work colleagues? Okay. What else? All right. Well, you do have 2 knights here. And what this tells me is that the energies of your work colleagues towards you is that you are you are a mover. You get things done, right? Knight of Pentacles is about movement in the outside world, and maybe you move. I feel like you're methodical in what you do, but it's always done correctly, because the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight, but you also have the Knight of Swords, which is about a quick thinker, and you have the Prince of Wands, which is the Page of Wands, which is a lot of energy and a lot of passion. So I think it depends on who you ask too, because everyone that looks at you sees a piece of themselves too. When we ask about what do people think of me, what do they think of my energies? Well, they're seeing their energies. So when a monkey looks in the mirror, they see a monkey. When a lion looks in the mirror, they see a lion. So it's like, I feel like there's different people here. There's fiery people that see your fire and your passion. There's methodical people that appreciate and see your methodicalness and your attention to detail. And you have the thinkers that see you and see thinkers. And so I feel like there's like all these different people see you in different ways, right? Which I like. What Spirit is bringing you here is like, what do you see when you look in them? Because um, if you see a monkey, that means you're a monkey. If you see a lion, that's good. You see a lion, right? Whatever you're seeing in them is because of what you're recognizing within yourself. And we have this beautiful Seven of Swords, which is swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. So these are your beliefs about yourself that have been stealing from you, stealing opportunities from you because of fears, because of how you might feel yourself. It's like you're the moon and you're kind of trapped in this area here because of the limiting beliefs, but you're finding those, especially with this death and this rebirth, is you are recognizing that, and that's what you're chopping away at. You're pushing those things away so that you can have this freedom, and then you rise from the ashes, like this phoenix here, if it will. There it goes. Beautiful, beautiful phoenix coming in here. So there is this transformation and change that comes from this. So spirit is, uh, encouraging you to use your energy instead of what do they think about me? It's like, well, whatever they see in you is themselves. So the more productive use of our energy is to look into the mirror of them and go, what do I see when I look at that person? Okay, what is that? What am I wanting to see about myself? Okay, what about that person? Okay, what about that person? And then you use that to have you, move up in this, higher place. So that is what they have for you, Elpedia. So I like it. But many blessings to you and enjoy your work experience. And again, thank you so much for your donation. You are welcome. Welcome, Apedia. Welcome, Latoya and Michelle. Absolutely. I'm excited to see what your reading comes through. So happy birthday. All right. And thank you so much, Source. Thank you for your birthday wishes, additional birthday wishes. All right. I think we are done with the donation. So thank you guys so much. And we will start with the free readings. So, Rishi, you are up first. Hello, hello. How can you improve your connection and communication with spirit? What would they like you to know? What advice? Well, I guess you have the judgment card, which is your higher self calling you to this higher connection with spirit. So definitely you're right. The thirst and the recognition of that is right on point. So you're definitely feeling that. They're inviting you to this higher relationship. The Four of Pentacles, basically is this message of, turning inward and upward is what we do. The Four of Pentacles, is that common message that comes up, realizing that all the outside world is unstable and that, you know, relationships, people change and pass away and walk away, and situations, job and education, all that external stuff kind of distracts us, right? But it also is okay. We come down here to experience it all. So experience life. They're going to be talking all over the place in the outside world, but there's this solid foundation, and it's just turning inward and upward. Um, we talk about turning down the fear noise and focusing energy up above. So anything that feels like fear, any kind of losing, conditional love, any roles, we talk about sometimes about spiritual roles, about, well, this is a role about this, there's a role about that, I can't do this, I can't do that, should, supposed to, need to, have to, must. That's not of the upper realm. That's of man trying to organize religion, spiritual practices, society, whatever. That we have all these rules because it's wanting normalcy. It wants to control so it feels safe, but it doesn't mean that it's right. It just means it's fear-based. It's letting go, turning down more and more and more of that, and then connecting, focusing on unconditional love, enjoying peace and laughter. And that expands. That is the frequency at which spirit speaks. So the more you focus your energy on unconditional love, 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 joy, laughter, gratitude, that's what expands it. and then the other just shrinks. The noise shrinks, and that's how the clarity of communication comes. So I like it. That's what they have for you, Rishi. So many blessings to you. All right. Esmeralda, thank you so much for the birthday wish. I thank you. I very much plan to have my happiest day and happiest year for sure. So you want to know, what does Z think of you after your conversation today? Ooh, let's take a look here. Wow. A lot of fire happening here. So the Knight of Wands is very much a lot of passion. It's the fastest moving knight. So after your conversation today, there's just a lot of desire to action, choice, choice, choice. The Two of Wands, I kind of feel though, is they're going back and forth um, because of it. So there's a lot of fire and it wants to go somewhere, but I feel like they're undecided because the Two of Wands is normally, what are we going to focus on in this moment? What we want and what we're grateful for and all that that we just talked about, or what I fear, what I feel is missing, or what I fear will come in or out. And I feel like they're just going back and forth between the two, and they're just like, I just don't know. Do I want this? But what if that happens? And I just feel like this energy is just flooding in, like they want to make action, they need to take action, but they're not sure what action to take, and so they're figuring stuff out. But it definitely um, uh, sparked some activity, some action, some passion inside of them. So definitely I don't know what this conversation was about, but there's definitely this fire that has come up and they're trying to decide what to do with it. So that is what they have right now. I know it's kind of mysterious, but that's what they want you to know, at least at this point. Wow. That is amazing. Okay. We shall see what happens with that. Yeah. All right, Daisy, you are up next. So, what does Spirit want to tell you when you see, oh, the angel numbers? Oh, I love it. More than usual. Yeah. We'll see what they want you here. Of something else that whenever I see angel numbers, especially if you see them repeating them a lot, I just Google angel number 333, and then of course you're going to get like millions of results. And then you just follow your heart and you go, okay, I feel like drawn to this one, and you read it, and oh my gosh, there's this message here. Um, yeah. So they're telling you here. Here's the Queen of Cups. She's one of the most she's like the high priestess who dives deep into her emotions and uh, great intuition, connecting to the spirit world. Here's the Star, also Aquarius energy, but it's connecting to the star, connecting to your higher self is what I feel with these two. So, with you seeing these numbers, they're using them as reminders to come back to you, to connect to the spirit. Whatever is happening, they're trying to get attention to have you come back to you, come back to them, have this balancing, this grounding, remembering you're so much more than the human. And so when you see these things, it's just this kind of re, um, you know, uh, like, reminder, just like, hey, 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 come back, come back, come back, for you during that. So, and then also, of course, I always say, definitely check out those numbers. Threes are creativity and the Trinity. Fours are very solid, excuse me, foundation, grounding numbers, like a table with four. Ones are coming back to you and connecting to unity, connecting to spirit. But I always say, because there's so many different interpretations that come through numerology and numbers and combinations, that when you Google it or whatever your favorite search engine is, you find so many beautiful messages that can come through too. So you'll know the ones that resonate with you and go like, oh my God. So that's what they have for you, Daisy. I like it. So many, many blessings for you. That's what they have. All right. Spiritual diva Anjali, you are up. Thank you for your birthday wish. And spirit guidance on Rajveer and your connection. All right, let's take a look here. Very interesting. This energy that's brought you guys together, because the King of Cups, of course, rules over emotion, and but is balanced by air, because kings are all given air. So there's an emotion with an air quality to it, and then there's the King of Swords, which is air with air, so double air, really in the minds here. So there's this connection. One of you, because we all have divine masculine energy, so it doesn't matter. So the whatever, which one you resonate with, which is probably the King of Cups, but the King of Swords is someone that's so much in their mind, so much, thinking and overthinking, masters of communication and intelligent, a lot of maybe so much information. King of Cups is this beautiful balance between emotion and mind, and so they can relate on a mind level, but this one has a trouble understanding emotion. It's like this is like you being bilingual. You can speak the language of mind and the language of emotion. They only speak the language of mind, and so they have a hard time doing that. And so it's understanding where they're coming from, and you're like, "Oh, okay, when I speak with them, I can start teaching them words of the heart, and they'll eventually learn it. But right now, I have to really focus on the mental connection, because the heart connection, they just look at you like, "What did you just say? I don't get it." And then you're like, "Okay, let me go on the mental level, and then let's talk about what emotion is. Here's a chart. Let's go to the chart." It's almost like you have to do that with them, and that's what they have for you here, uh, Anjali. So enjoy that. You get to have a student of the heart. But that's what they have. So many, many blessings to you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be, if you're looking for something emotionally, like, it's like you're gonna have to teach them, right? It's like it's a huge mental air sign. It's like, not to diss engineers, but if you're an engineer, you get it anyway. But usually engineers, and this is like stereotyping, but usually engineers, so much in their mind that they're socially, usually socially awkward or uncomfortable with social stuff and emotion and stuff, because they're brilliant minds. But it's like this is something they can learn. So that's what it would take. And you're like, oh, okay. If you're ready for a project, there you go. So that's what they have. So many, many blessings to you. All right, Dajona Sturgis, you're up next. And thank you for your birthday wishes. And you want to know what's coming up for you. So let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? I like this for you because there is this abundant feeling that's happening with coming into your life, but I feel like you're really entering this period of standing true to the authentic you, because the Three of Pentacles is that card, showing that you are the one that is creating this beautiful gift to give to the world. And we can get distracted by people. We're afraid that if we don't do what they want us to do, that they'll punish us in some way, or that we'll lose this other people's support if we don't do what they want us to do. And we're like, you know what, I'm going to be the true authentic self, knowing that it's going to be the best beneficial thing for you, because you do get abundance that comes from it. And if you do lose, support, or have anger people, it just shows you who are your true supporters and who are not capable of it. And you're like, I'm okay with you guys being outside of that circle, because you're not bringing me what I need for me, right? The King of Pentacles also is about you discovering your worth in relationship to the outside world in a new, higher, beautiful, brighter way. So I feel like what's been happening and what you're headed into here is just really standing tall, being you, and you don't have to be defensive with it. You can be gentle and go, "Oh, thank you for that opinion. I appreciate that. Well, are you going to do that? Oh, I'll consider what you have to say. I just need to think on it. All right. Well, are you going to do it though? Well, I'm gonna have to decide. I just want to look into it a little more. You know, instead of going, shut up. I don't want to do what you want to do. But you can be your true authentic self. And I feel like this is what you're stepping into and really stepping out to be true to you. So I like it. And that's what they have coming up here. I feel like there's situations coming up that will challenge that for you, and allow you to make that leap, for that. So I like it. So that's what they have for you. That's funny, Anjali. So yeah, so perfect. Libra, air sign. There you go. Gonna help them learn to balance. All right, Mira, you are up next. So who is coming towards you? Let's take a look here. Well, you have a wonderful what is it? An agent of uh clarity coming for you. Five of Swords, conflict of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. 10 of Swords, exhaustion, trying to live up to a lot of expectations. A lot of mind interactions coming in here. That's why I feel it's someone that really has like opposing beliefs, opposing opinions of who you should be, who they should be, what the world should be, something should be. A lot of conflict. That I mean, there's a lot of it almost feels exhausting being around them, because it's not like it's just one thing that you disagree with, like, who should win the Super Bowl. It's not like, oh well, this team, blah blah blah. It's not something like that, which me using a football term is not normal. So I don't know what that's about. Maybe that means something for you. But it's like beyond that, it's like, well, what about this and that? And it's like everything that you bring up and talk about, they have an opposing opinion about it, an opposing point of view. And some of it even just feels like they just want to argue because they like to debate. And they're like, well, you believe that? Well, I'm going to take the opposing one just because I want to blah, blah, blah. And you're just like, oh my gosh. So I feel like whoever this is that's coming in, you just feel exhausted. And you're like, you know what? Why am I even trying to convince them to think a different way? Do I really need to? You're like, I'm going to connect to my inner truth. That Five of Swords is a transformational card. The Ten of Swords also is that I'm just exhausted trying to live up to all those expectations or try to prove those things. And so I'm just going to stop, and I'm going to look instead, focus on what I believe my higher truth is, not even worry about my opinion, my small t truths of my human, um, that are rooted more in the fears of losing this conditional love and human experience. And I'm just going to let them believe what they want to believe. And I don't have to accept the invitation into the argument. So I love this. I don't feel like I feel like you know them, but you haven't like experienced the full the full hot breath of this side of them. And then but it's beautiful because it frees you from going, you know what, why do I even try to convince people to believe a certain way? And it brings a relief in that situation, but also other areas of your life. So I like it for you, Mira. Wear your non-flammable clothes. All right, so that's what they have. Many blessings for you. Hey, Rose, welcome, welcome. And you'd like a love reading. So let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know, okay, about love. Well, you do have the wish fulfillment card coming here, the emotional wish fulfillment card. So this is beautiful, that this is headed towards you. This is in your life, coming to your life, coming to fruition in your life. King of Pentacles here, dual message. One is that in this process, while you were waiting for this person to come in, you really have been developing this different perception of your worth in relationship to the outside world, really discovering more about what you want and who you are. But I feel like this person that comes into your life is very much this solid individual. They've been through a lot in the outside world. They got a lot of street smarts, they've got a lot of abundance in different ways, possessions, finances. They're really solid in their worth in relationship to the outside world because they've been through like a gauntlet of life where they learned the hard way, but they learned well. And so they're in this good, solid place of who they are and where they stand in the world. And so it's a good safe space that you feel, and you just feel like um, very grounded around them. They're just a very grounded individual. And when you're around them, you feel even more grounded than you normally are. But it's beautiful. That Nine of Cups is like a wish fulfillment card coming in. So I feel like they're entering your life, or you're aware of them, and it's just going to be progressing here. So I like that for you, Rose. So many, many blessings. That's what they have for you right now. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list. So Aditi, you're up next, and you like an angel message. Let's take a look here and see what your angels want you to know right now. Balance, grasshopper, balance. You have the temperance, which is about balancing things out, and patience as things work their way out. The tempering of the cups here is it goes back and forth from one to the other. Water doesn't fall sideways, it falls down. So there's this magical kind of feeling around this change, this evolution, this transformation that's happening in your life. And you even have the Prince of Swords, which is the Page of Swords, which is new thought, new belief, new mindset that's coming in too. So as things are unfolding here in your life, your angels want you to know that, as you connect and see things from the higher perspective, from the heavenly, unconditional perspective, you're learning, you're transforming all these butterflies, of your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets about whatever you have this, I would say, urgency. If there's something that feels urgent in your life that you're just like, time, it's time, it's time. It's like, okay, you know what? Let me take a step back here, see things from this higher perspective, realizing this is unfolding and it's perfect timing. It's transforming. I don't want to take it out too early. I use the example of bread. If you take bread out too early, it tastes kind of nasty because you bite into the beautiful outside that feels good, but yet the chewy dough that's still dough on the inside, you're like, not so good. And so I love this message from him. Trust the timing. And when the whatever feels urgent, trust your, it's use this time to question the thoughts and beliefs around that situation. So that's what they have for you, Aditi. So many blessings to you. We'll continue moving down the list, and we've got Princess Pinky. You are up. You want messages from your subconscious mind. You are brave. Let's take a look here and see what it has for you, though. Well, it makes sense. So your subconscious mind, holds a lot of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have been programmed since you were very young, right? And so there's all this stuff that's running down below. And they're bringing this up to you. You have the Seven of Swords. Even here, this represents like the subconscious down here. These thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets, these expectations that have cheated you. This is the thievery, the deceiver, what has cheated and deceived you out of love and different opportunities in your life. And so this is what's being brought up, those that make you feel, like you're trapped in here and you can't get outside of it. Well, that's what the devil card does too. The devil card challenges our thoughts and our beliefs that are making us feel trapped and restricted. So this is your shadow. I usually say, like, the shadow is our subconscious. It's where it lives, and it's allowing and bringing these things up to you. How you know what it's trying to communicate with you is they will be very, very obvious. They are not subtle at all. They'll bring up, like in your outside world, usually we'll start seeing things out in our peripheral out here first because our mind can only handle so much at a time. So we'll start to see this friend, let's say an example, this friend, their boyfriend cheated on them. This friend, their girlfriend cheated on them. This one, their husband. This one, their wife. And you'll just suddenly, in a matter of a week, have all this people that have broken their, commitments with each other. You're like, "Oh, okay, so this is something that I need to be looking at. When did I feel betrayed?" And let me go back and look at that. For me, it was, last year. It was last year. I had in a matter of a week, I had my mom called me to tell me her neighbor passed away, and another friend contacted me and her husband passed away, another friend had a mentor pass away, another friend had a friend, try to commit suicide, another person had someone else close to them that passed away. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, what is this about?" Obviously there's something that my subconscious mind wants me to look at. So whatever those messages that you've noticed or that you will be noticing in the future, this is what they're wanting you to go, "Okay, how does this apply to me? When did I feel this way the last?" It may not be the exact situations, but it's like betrayal can be outside of a romantic relationship. It could be a different type of betrayal, that you look at and go, "When did I last feel betrayed?" And you keep going back because that'll take you down into your subconscious, what they want you to look at. So that's what they have for you, Princess Pinky. So many blessings for you. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list, and we're at the top of the first hour already. See how time just flies by. Um, and I just do a quick public service announcement for anyone that's new to the channel that's come in since I started. I do go down in order, first come, first serve, of the free readings. I usually do just a 1 or 2 card answers for the free readings. If I do get a donation, I honor that energy exchange. I step outside of the free readings. I complete those. I go a little more deeper into those. And then once I complete them, I go back into the free readings and go down. I am on for 2 hours usually, so I will be on for about another hour. If we get close to the end and I haven't completed all the free ones, I'll talk about some other options as well. So we will continue. That's been your public service announcement. All right. So back to the regular scheduled program. We're to Christy O'Connor. Hello. So a general reading for this upcoming week. Let's see what we have coming in here. So you do have this energy that starts off regarding this feeling of love next week. The Five of Wands energy, conflicting passion that does end up, as the week progresses, turning more into a loving, friendlier feeling. So I feel like in the beginning there might be some sparks that fly, um, but then things smooth out. So instead of an overflowing volcano, you feel like an overflowing chalice full of unconditional love. So whatever this fire that happens in the beginning of the week, try not to react too harshly or too extreme to it, because you'll just end up apologizing or eating crow later in the week. So when you feel that rah, the rage go, if you ever watch, I forget what Disney movie that is, um, but it's about a little girl that has, you know, the five or the whatever emotions inside of her, and the little anger one is this little red character. When he gets upset, he goes from going calm to flames and rage, and it's like, try not to do that, because you're gonna, end up burning people. But that's what they are just showing you for the week. That not to worry, it does end up turning into a more loving end of the week. Like Friday, Saturday, Sunday seems more full of love than the kind of volcano erupting Monday, Tuesday ish, Wednesday. I feel like it starts to decline. So that's what they have for you, Christy. I know. Warning, warning. So many blessings for you. All right, Maju, you'd like an ancestor message? Absolutely. Let's take a look here. What do your ancestors have for you? All right. So they have like this little message here. These two cards together represent, you have the 20, which adds up to 2, and then 2 of swords. And this has to do with decision making and judgments. This is usually it's the judgment card, but it's interesting. I usually don't have this type of energy for it, but they did bring these two in together about as you're making choices and judgments about yourself and where you want to do and where you want to head in your life. There's like this crossroads that you're at, and they're saying, trust your heart. You can go off of your mind and all that, and if we only go off of logic and our mind and our fears, our heart doesn't get to sing, we don't feel joy. If we only go off of our heart and our instincts and we end up going into places that maybe are not best for us either. It's the bringing both together in the center here to make a decision, because you do have this change that's coming here in the outside world where you're going to have progression moving forward. So you're going to have this opportunity. There is change coming, and it can be in relationship, it can be in job, education, body, physical location, whatever it may be. When these decisions come up because of this change, this wheel starts to go. Um, Allow both your heart and your mind to have a seat at the table and make the joint decision together instead of one or the other. And so that's what they have coming in for you right now, Manju, is your ancestors saying, trust your heart. That's part of them with the gut and the instinct, but they're like, but also allow your mind to be there, but don't be too one-sided in those different directions. For this, that's coming up. It's important to have the balance. So that's what they have for you, Manju. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. Next coming up, we have Dollface Diva. Hello, hello. You're like a general for next week as well. Let's take a look here and see what we have. So you've got the Princess of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles. So you do have some new opportunities, a new way of looking at your worth, being really strongly indicated this next week. The Hierophant does show you, they're pointing you to go into this labyrinth, which is to go, in here, go deep into discovering, the star here, it's discovering the truth, the capital T truth of who you really want to be, what you really want in your life, not what you've been told with your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about what is supposed to and should be, need to be. But there's this indication to really turn inward this next week, especially because there's some important decisions that do I continue going on this direction that I've been going on because it's what I feel is I'm supposed to do, or I'm like, this is my, not that there's ever a last exit, because you could always go off road if you want, but the last calm, smooth road to change direction is coming up with specific thing, and it's time to go. I know this is what I want, and I'm going to go this way instead. And I know it's scary to go against the grain. We all get to experience it more and more and more, but this is the time, and this is what Spirit has for you. So many blessings, Dollface Diva. Enjoy the off-road journey. All right, next up is LA. Thank you so much for the birthday wish. And why do you keep connecting with old people, past mentors? Oh, I was going to say, wait a minute. You just wished me a happy birthday. Now you're calling me old? What's up with that? I'm just kidding. So past mentors, all of a sudden, what does spirit want you to know? Tell him a little bit punchy and giddy. It's all this love that I get from you guys. All these birthday wishes. Yeah. I like it. I like it. And you have the Four of Swords, which is peace of mind, and the Three of Cups is celebration. It's joy. This is spirit too. And this connections that you're having here, I really feel is like this is community. It's showing you that you are part of a community that spans so far. But I really feel there's this cheers. It's like this recognition. You're bumping into past mentors and everything to remind you of where you've come from. You're looking back going, I remember they helped me with this and this person helped me with that, which is great. Mentors, and we thank people who've given us information. But great teachers are good, but if they have poor students, it doesn't do a whole lot. And great students without great mentors can do a lot. But when you have a great student and a great teacher, where the student takes what they've learned and just ran with it and expanded it and applied it. And I feel like this is why these individuals are coming back, all these old mentors, and you're bumping into them and connecting with them, because you're realizing it's intended for you to see how far you've come and what you've done with it all. And in some cases, the student has become the master, right? And I feel like this is why it's happened and what they wanted you to learn from that. So many blessings, LA. I like it. All right, that's what they have. So Angelina, you are up next, and you'd like a general reading for the week. Anything else? Sorry, that was pretty loud. So you have both the 5 and the 6 of Wands. So it is a very fiery, energetic week that's coming up for you. When that starts off a little, but it ends up, being victorious, where you are recognized and you're seen in a positive way. So I feel like whatever this conflict, this energy that feels disruptive and volcanic, I gave a weekly reading a while ago that someone else had that happen as well. Maybe you work at the same place. I don't know. But whatever this volcanic eruption that happens, just stay clear of the lava, and you just end up shining by the end of the week. Don't get involved in the drama of whatever this is. Just watch it and go, wow, sometimes I'll come across a YouTube video of a volcano that's erupting somewhere, and it's at night, and you just watch the lava, and you're just like, it's just beautiful, because I'm not in it. I'm watching it from a distance, and it's pretty. And I feel like that's what they're encouraging you for this coming week, is just to watch the passion, the fire, the explosions from a distance. And by the end of the week, everything is cleared and you stand out, you shine, you're victorious, and you're recognized for not having been involved in the drama, either by spirit or by you're rewarded in the outside world by people going, you did good in steering clear of that mess. So I like it for you, Angelina. So that's what they have for you right now. So many, many blessings to you. All right, continue going down the list. Erica, thank you so much for your birthday wishes. You'd like a love reading. All right, wow. Sorry, all these cards flying out. And okay, good. I hit my keyboard. Let me move that further back so I don't accidentally disconnect and lose everyone. We don't want that for sure. All right, so what else for love here? So you do have the Temperance card when it comes to this love that's happened here. It's expanding, it's growing. Temperance, I know, patience, balance, allow it to unfold in its own timing. Ace of Pentacles is while things are kind of unfolding, it's important for you to look here at the Ace of Pentacles, which is you seeing your worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. This is you seeing yourself differently. Um, and it basically is this message that spirit gives a lot when it comes to uh, if a relationship or interaction with someone feels like it's slow like molasses. It's like, oh my gosh, can you have these snails move any faster? And it slows down because it's given us this time for our self-worth, for us to raise the vibration of our self-love by turning inward and upward and connecting to this beautiful unconditional love from our higher self in the higher realms. That becomes our foundation, and it fills us up. And what it does, because as our self-love expands, it impacts our outer interaction with love, because we can't love others more than the extent that we love ourselves, nor receive love from others more than the extent we love ourselves. I say that, I do quite a bit here. During these live sessions, I'll say, if I love myself this much, no matter how much love I want to push out to someone, it's going to drip out. No matter how much love they want to send me, it's going to drip in. But if I expand my self love, not only am I being filled here, but the amount of love I can give and receive in the physical world to someone also expands. And so when there's this slowness that happens, that's the opportunity to do that. And that's, what unfolds. So that's what's going on and what they have for you right now, Erica, which is good. They're not saying run for your life. They're saying it's happening. They're raising the love vibration so that you can um, attract a deeper, higher love instead of doing what we always did and get what we always got, right? It's like something higher and more beautiful. So that's what they have. So many, many blessings to you. All right. So Latoya, we took care of you, and Jan, we took care of that. Hey, Butterfly, thank you for your birthday wishes, and you'll be up next here. Will you meet the right man online or in real life? Let's take a look here. Real life and online. So we have a card for each. This is the online. Oh, no online. Tower, destruction, things being moved out of your life on purpose, things being moved into your life on purpose. Real life, King of Wands. Okay. So very clear here. It's real life, not in line, online here. Online, it just feels like you can even see people being blasted here out of the windows. Um, but the King of Wands is passion, drive, energy, and so you really real life is the way to go. It's very, very clear, right? One is a beautiful contained energy, the other one is just so I like it. So clear, clear, clear. I love it. So many blessings for you. Very clear message. I like it. Next up is Queen. How does TSK feel about you lately? I feel like they they really see that you stand true to your authentic self. You stand and you don't sway very easily by people's expectations and all that. I feel like you did it. Like you say, you got the t-shirt. I'm done with that. Trying to please everyone because this person wants me to be this funny and this person wants me to be serious, and I can't please all the people all the time, so I'm going to be me and be true to my authentic self. And so they see you as someone that stands true to you, not that you're um inflexible. You'll listen to what people have to say, but you're like, you're crazy. No, that's okay. If people go, and you're like, okay, I hear what you're saying. I can be a little rough and blunt, but I'll soften it up a little bit because that's not who I am. I get you. You'll allow some tweaking, but that's about it, right? Um, but they also see you here as someone that's on this inner search here to find your true self. So I feel like there's this wonderful way of that they look at you here. I mean, the Hierophant is also looked at as like a spiritual teacher. And so I feel almost in some ways that they really see you as someone who people turn to for advice in life, and you have this wonderful way of helping them find their truth too, because that's how you're able to stand in your authentic self, is because you have found your a lot of your inner truths of who you are and who you want to be and what you want to do, and it's coming out, and you're able to help other people because you've gone on this journey, and you continue to go on this journey, but you've gone so far that you're able to help people with a lot of theirs as well. So I like that for you, Queen. And that's what they're feeling about you right now. I kind of feel like there's this respect feeling, but also this, I don't want to say jealousy, but this feeling like they can't fit into that world, that they can't compete in that world. And I feel like they have this tendency to compete. And so they just feel like uh, a fish out of water. They're like, "Oh, you're a say you're a flying fish. You're a flying fish. You're a fish that can fly and be up there." And they're like, "I can't go there, so I have to stay down here because I'm a turtle. I can go up and breathe and watch you, but I can't fly." And so I feel like this is kind of the energy and the feeling around it, if that makes sense. But that's what they have for you, Queen. So many, many blessings to you. You're welcome, butterfly. All right, so continue going down the list here. We're to Juliana Alicia. So is Gustavo giving you flowers or on Tuesday or someone else? Let's take a look here. One card for Gustavo, which will be that one. And one card for other guy. Okay, nothing there. All right. Well, so Gustavo, bright, sunshiny flowers. So I would say that it is them. You have the sun, bright, 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 bright. Now I don't know. You have the Prince of Wands here, which is the page of fire here. So maybe you're going to get two sets of flowers. What's going on, Juliana? But you're definitely, I feel like it's coming from Gustavo. And there's a possibility of another person too. I mean, obviously, one is so much brighter than the other. I mean, here's a small sun, here's a big sun. So, big bouquet, maybe a flower, but definitely leaning towards Gustavo. So, I like it. But you never know. You might just get a little something else, a little Valentine candy or something from someone else. But that is what they have for you, Juliana. So enjoy. Many blessings to you. All right. So, Grace, you are up. Thank you for your birthday wishes. Messages from your would be spouse. All right. Messages from beyond. All right. So, let's see what we have here. Wow. So, we've got the Nine of Swords, which is the nightmare and insomnia card. Which is thoughts, beliefs, and mindsets. Those things, those fears that keep us up at night, that we're constantly thinking about, they're on our mind when we're going to sleep, that keep us from going to sleep. Wake up thinking about them in the middle of the night, go back to sleep, dream about them, wake up in the morning thinking about them. It's all this fear that seems to be um, coming against, right? And it's like it's okay for this, but it's like they're encouraging you. It's okay to look at these fears that you have around relationship, around future spouse, and cut them away. There's a lot of restriction, a lot of stories that have been given to you throughout your life, like us all, right? The supposed to be, the should be, the need to be, the have to be, the must. And it just brings us a lot of sorrow. It brings us a lot of these emotions, spilt cups, disappointments. Expectations equal disappointment, because when our thoughts and our expectations about our reality, they lose, as Byron Katie says, but only 100% of the time. And so that's what brings us this pain and this suffering is our thoughts that we've been told all our lives that we took on as our own and called them mine. Well, these are my thoughts, but they were actually someone else's thoughts that you've been having on loan that you can give back. You can free yourself from these thoughts of fear. It's okay to feel these emotions and do this. We come here to experience it. But when you're done, realize there's this power of emotional choice here with this Two of Cups. Every moment is a choice between the unconditional love of the higher realms or of those fears of losing conditional love, all of that nightmare, all those thoughts and beliefs. Every moment is a choice of one or the other. And when we are only told that we have this choice, that's why we feel so desperate and feel so trapped, But when we realize there's a second choice we can always make, we can enjoy feeling the sorrow and the disappointment and that. But when we're done going, I'm kind of done feeling that. I'm ready to feel this. And this is the message from your future spouse is there's so much power in being okay with feeling your emotions, but realizing you don't have to live there. Flow, feel, and then move and allow yourself to let go of these fears that have been triggering these things because they want freedom for you. They want you to be in this higher place of love within yourself because that draws you guys faster together than, that lower vibrational energy draws very slowly love to each other. It usually draws other fear and stuff in faster, which makes this, it's almost like these sandbags, that wrap around your legs that slow you down and make it hard for you to progress to get to each other. The more of those bags that you cut away, the faster you can get to each other. So that's why they're bringing this message to you. So that's what they have for you, Grace. So many blessings to you. I like it. All right. Hey, K-pop, you are up. And you'd like a love reading. So let's take a look here. What does Spirit have for you for love right now? Well, you do have love here coming in. So there is this potential for love that will be coming in the future here. They did give you these two cards together, which the Knight of Swords is in pursuit of this Ace of Swords, higher knowledge, seeing things from a higher loving, unconditional loving perspective, because you have these Seven of Swords. These are the small T truths that are stealing from you, that are deceiving you, that would like steal love and opportunity from you. And it's those that make you feel small, that hold you back, these beliefs you have around what love should be and is supposed to be and need to be. But this comes in and it helps you cut away as you connect to this higher place, allowing love to be freer. It allows to be more open, because when we have so many restrictions like they have with this beautiful elk or whatever here, this stag that has, let's see if we can get it to focus here. The moon is trapped here. The emotions are trapped within those antlers. But as we break these away, it allows more freedom. It's almost like, how horses, they'll put blinders on. Our expectations and all these fears of rules that we are given around what a relationship should be and supposed to be, need to be, really blinds us where we don't see things that are right here because they're behind the blinder. But as we move those, we're able to see it. And that's what the importance of it right now is, to cut away these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets to really open up love, really question, why do I feel like they have to be this way or from this country or this type of occupation or look this certain way or have this background or blah blah blah, all those rules, right? It's like freedom. It opens it up more. We get to have the what, but the how and the when and the individuals, we allow spirit more freedom, and then we have more to come in. So I like it. So that's what they have for you, K-pop. Many, many blessings to you. Sorry. I'm talking a lot. So, all right, Michelle, and we took care of you. Thank you so much for your birthday wish. Hey, Lightning, I see you have a question here. You'll be up next here right after the real Summer J. Hello, hello. Thank you. And let's take a look here. Anyone to know? Uh, TB and Hadiza love reading. All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about this love? Wow, okay. Well, you do have the Prince of Wands, the Page of Wands, which is new passion, new movement, of course, new energy that's coming in with this. And the Wheel of Fortune here. The 10 is endings and new beginnings. It's the movement, it's the change here. It is moving into something positive, it's moving into something bright, very passionate, very energy filled. And the Wheel of Fortune talks about the fates, right? That all of these relationships, all these interactions we have with individuals, they're fated. We have soulmates like all over the place, right? A soulmate is a soul, which has a specific purpose for us in our life. It could be family, it could be friends, it can be lovers, it can be schoolmates, workmates, pets, whatever it may be. There's this purpose to this Wheel of Fortune. It says this is a fated connection, and it's to be learned from. There's that passion, that drive, that connection that's drawing together there. And it's churning, which means usually something is going to be moving forward here in the near future with it. And there's a lot of fire there, a lot of passion there. Because I didn't see, we didn't get a Cups card, which isn't love. It's just desire. It's passion, energy between them is what I'm feeling. So that is what I feel right now for that real Summer J. So many blessings to you. All right, Lightning, you are up next. And so you want to know Virgo's feelings for you. Will he give you a commitment in the future? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit have for you here? Well, I do feel here. I mean, we've got the World card is usually a victory card. It's the ending of an old cycle and the beginning of a new one, the going into a new phase, a new, adventure, a new journey. And you got the Empress card, which is new birth and sensuality, harvest, and abundance. So I do feel like with all of this, especially being very earthy energy with Virgo energy, that there is this movement to the next phase, to the next cycle between each other. So this would be a very positive energy that I feel coming in here. And so I would say these point to a yes for your question on if he offers you a commitment in the future. So it's definitely this new journey. So I like it for you, Lightning Strike. So many, many blessings to you. All right. So we answered those. Let me just scroll down here a little bit. Just want to make sure I don't miss over anyone. Thank you guys so much again for all of your birthday wishes. It's been a wonderful, amazing, beautiful day. I'm just happy as I spoke to my dad, who lives in Hawaii. I live in the mountains of Colorado, well, near the mountains of Colorado. I'm a winter baby, but he goes, so everyone asks how he's doing, and he goes, I'm doing good, because his heart's beating. And that's how I feel. Every day is a beautiful new day, right? All right. So let me take a look here. Thank you so much again. Birthday wishes, birthday wishes. Thank you, Tammy, for the birthday wish as well. Okay, very good. All right. So we are down to Yolanda Espejo. Hopefully I said that correctly. Good evening. You want to know what is coming towards you? Let's take a look here. Well, I feel here, I mean, you've got the 10 of Wands here, which is about you've been investing a lot of energy in things in your life here. The Judgment card kind of has a dual meaning for you for your reading because it is your higher self drawing you to this higher place of where you can invest your energy, what part of your life to invest it in, because the 20 usually is like a Roman numeral of two X's, which is what I'm feeling here with the 10 is double endings and double new beginnings. That there's this, you've been investing energy in a lot of different things in your life that just feel like they have been, um, you know, light being flushed, not flushed, but going into a black hole. They were also showing me, it's like you're just putting stuff in the toilet and flushing it. You're just like, where's this all going? I don't feel like I'm getting anything from it. And that's what it feels like. It's just going into oblivion. And it's time for you to really evaluate, where am I investing all my energy? Because um, I've been doing this for so long that I can look at it now and go, at one point it was beneficial for me to be investing energy here and here and here and here and here. But what have they done for me lately? What has that brought to me lately? And it's like it's time to cut off places where you're investing your energy and your time and your love. And it's like, okay, I get to bring more of this back to what I want in my life. What do I want to expand? What makes my heart sing? And that energy that you're taking back from investing different places gets to be invested in you right now. So I like that, and it does require some significant endings, and that's okay. Some of it you don't even have to end. You're just like, what? If I just stopped contacting them, they wouldn't even know I'm gone. Is that how you feel about some people? And you're like, it's okay. I can let go. It's did what it needed to do, but I'm ready for invest this energy in me instead. So I like that for you, Yolanda. That's what they have for you. So many, many blessings. I love this double endings and double beginnings to focus on you. All right. All right. Very, very good. Thank you so much, Hogwarts, also for your birthday wish. I know I said it already, but I'm going to just keep saying it. I like it. I will take happy birthdays all day long. I celebrate all year long anyway. Oh, thank you so much, Michelle. All right. I'm just making sure here that I'm not overlooking anyone. And we are to love. You want to know, is Suhel someone from a past life? Ooh, what an interesting question. Let's take a look here. So we have here the Five of Wands. Um, it's interesting. Star, it feels like there's this higher self connection because the star can represent, like our higher self. And here's all these stars. And with the Five of Wands. So I really feel that this is a yes because the Five of Wands, I feel represents this conflict that turns into love, this constant changing. But look at, see all these stars. I feel like not only from a past life, but multiple past lives. I really feel like you guys have just been these journey mates. I don't feel like, there's beliefs around twin flames and different things like that. I don't feel that, for you. I feel like there's this, you just uh, have such a great connection through lifetimes that you're like, okay, now you be this and I be that. All right, let's go. And so you're different things in different lives, and even in some lives, like you went down and they wanted to be your guide, and so they were with you all the time, being your spirit guide, right? And then in another lifetime, you go, okay, now you go and I'm going to be your spirit guide. I really feel like this interesting um, connection that you've learned a lot from each other, very, very feisty, fun energy in between, underneath. And so no matter what character you're playing, I feel eventually it comes out this little poke, 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 where it's always it just feels like it's always like a best friend energy, no matter what type of relationship you had, whether it was parent, child, spouse, brother, sister, brother, brother, sister, sister, boss, employee, whatever it was throughout all these lifetimes. I just feel like you guys have had this very interesting connection. So I like it for you. So that is what they have. I know you're like, what? But you probably, it probably, resonates, right? You're just like, "It is, it does feel like this." But that is what they have for you, love, so many, many blessings to you. Alright. So let me just continue down here. Guys are very welcome. You guys just blow me away. Thank you so much. Hey, Steph, hello. And then you retracted your message, so you must have had to go. Alright. So Tanya Hikes, thank you so much. Hopefully you hung in there, and if not, hopefully you come back to rewatch because I am getting to the bottom, which I normally don't do, but I've been trying to change it up a little bit. So I'm glad I'm getting through a lot of readings, and hopefully they're bringing benefit to everyone still. But so Tanya, thank you for being a new subscriber, and you'd like to get a reading. If you are still here and you have a specific question, you can pop it down there. Otherwise, Spirit knows what you're wanting, so I will pull cards here for you. All right. Well, it's very obvious that you do have a significant ending and new beginning coming here because you have the 10 of Wands, which is a harvest, but it's also like this, you've invested a lot of energy, you've been on this journey, you've, but now you're ready for something new because you have the Ace of Wands, which is that ending and the new beginning, new passion, new drive, new ambition. Ace of Pentacles, too, new opportunities opening up in the outside world. So, if your message, I mean, obviously, I think your message is going to be about, is something ending and something beginning? Yes. Where's this going? Is this, job? Is this romance? Is it going somewhere? Well, it's ending. There's going to be a transformation. They're going to have new opportunities, something that's more in alignment with what you want. I feel like whatever has been going on in your life just has been, so over, like you've invested so much energy. Oh, good. I'm glad you're here, Tanya. So you've invested so much energy, your time, your focus, and it's just like, am I getting anything back? And it's like you've done due diligence, and now it's time for you to let that go, and you're ready for this new start to move in a direction that's more in alignment with you and your life and what you deserve. And so I like it for you. I know sometimes we don't want to leave things, that we're comfortable with, but after a while, it's just like, it's like wearing a pair of warm-ups or, sweatpants for a month. It's time for them to go. It's done. Um, so I like it for you. It's very positive, very full and vibrant. So I really like that. So that's what they have for you, Tanya. So again, thank you so much. Many, many blessings to you. All right. Hey, Scott. Good to see you. Hey. Thank you for the birthday wishes. And you'd love a general read. Absolutely. Right. So I like this Empress coming in here for you because there is this new birth, this new movement coming into your life. I feel like there's this big piece of this is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, to give yourself time. And I feel like you've had this, and you might be going like, why do I have this time? Why do I almost feel like the spirit has kind of blocked you off, and you're just like, where'd everybody go? And you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna take a nap then." It just feels like this very beautiful time to for you to focus on you, to regenerate you, to balance, to come into the stability because it is giving you time to think. You've got the King of Swords. King of Swords rules over air, plus all the kings are given extra air. So, really, a lot of understanding your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, connecting to the higher realm with this Ace of Swords, which is rooted, in the capital T truths of unconditional love, allowing you to cut away some small T truths, some fears, some obstacles, things that have been holding you back before because you have the Four Pentacles, which is the stability I was talking about, that you're having this time. It's just really allowing you to calm your outside world. Think of like fours as a huge table with four huge uh, legs on the table, right? It's a very solid foundation. And the Four Pentacles too teaches us a lot about, these beliefs we have that the outside world is going to make us feel stable and feel our worth. And it don't, right? Because relationships, situations, and things that we're told of the outside world are supposed to make us feel whole and complete. Don't. People change, people pass away, people walk away. So relationships feel unstable. Situations never stay the same, like jobs, education, social status, blah, blah, blah. And things, our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions, all of that deteriorate, blow up, burn down, stolen. And so eventually we turn inward to find that which is stable, right? That eternal, unconditional love of above, which is where those truths come in too. And so you're really having these truths come in during this quiet time, this nurturing time, this rebirth time. And it feels great. It feels so restful. It feels so solid. It just feels peaceful, for you. So I really like that for you, Scott. It's a really good time. So, these periods where people seem to like, you're like, I'm all alone. What's happening? It's for you. And you can take that time. And it's transformative and I like it. So that's what they have for you, Scott. So many blessings. Good to see you. All right. Hey, Shauna. Thank you so much for your birthday wishes. And you have had 3 loved ones that have passed away in 2 days. Wow. Can you check that they've crossed over and are happy? Absolutely. Absolutely. Actually, I'm going to pull from these divine guidance here. And I know it's tough for those that are left behind, but when I channel people from the other side, they are always giddy, 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 excited, happy. Because the moment they slip away out of the human body, they are 100% back in spirit and have access to all memories and so many things. It's just amazing for them. So these are the divine guidance cards. It's spiritual ink blot test. So whatever you see in here is a special message for you. But it is master number 22, which for me, 22 represents our higher selves. 11, master number 11 is our human side. 22 is realizing we're so much more than the human side. So that alone with 22 is perfect. But this is for you. So if you want to take a look at that, see if I can get it to focus a little better. There it goes. And let's see what message they have for you here. So this is called the grid. And it says, so this is the grid, the living energy matrix of Mother Earth and the secret pathways to other dimensions and realities of existence. The power of the sacred geometry within holds many keys that your subconscious is unlocking. This card shows your ability to explore and maneuver through other worlds and to bring information back from them. You may do this in the dream time, during meditation, or even unknowingly while completely conscious and alert. Hidden within this card are messages that only you can retrieve. Sit with this one for a while. I like it. They're like giving you this little um, puzzle to work. And maybe they know that you like puzzles. But I love that because it's talking about connecting to other dimensions, other realities, and that you have this ability to connect and to bring back information from them. And so they're telling you that, oh, yeah, dream time meditation, we're going to make ourselves known to you. And they definitely are happy. They're definitely already by your side. You know, when spirit, they always share, and they want me to always reiterate to us that when we slip out of our human bodies, we're instantly by the side of every single one of our loved ones all at the same time. They don't even have to split their attention or their time in between visiting. They're there, and they never leave your side till you slip out and go, and then you guys are all around the loved ones you had in common. But they're able to be everywhere all at once because they're that powerful. And in the instant that they go to the other side, and they slip out of their body and are suddenly aware of everything in the spirit world, they understand every single decision they made, every emotion they had, how their thread fit into the tapestry of the entire world. They see it all and they understand it all instantly. They also get to know the thought and emotions and feelings and past of every one of their loved ones, all the way back to when they were in the womb, and all the future until they pass, because they're outside of space and time now. Of course, they don't want to share all the future stuff because they're like, shh. There's this surprise and this awareness that we don't want to know. That's why we choose to veil ourselves. So they're like, yeah, we don't want to tell you too much about the future. But they see it all and they understand you so much more, always surrounding you with love. And so they definitely are super, super giddy, giddy, happy, happy. They honor, the sadness and the loss and what we want to experience here. But they're so ready just to party it up with you when you're ready. They will visit you in your dreams when you're ready. They're going to give you messages. Talk to them. They're around you right now and always will be. And so you're never ever alone, and they know the love you have for them, and and they want you to know, yeah, you will feel the love they have for you too. So hang in there, Shauna. Yes. Yeah, exactly, exactly. You got it, you got it. So they will connect with you in beautiful, beautiful, beautiful ways. And yeah, I love it. They're always around you, always. So and my heart goes out to you. I know it's tough for us that are left behind because we're still in our human form with our fears and all that. So, and it's okay to feel the loss. I feel like one of the ones that's passed, would say something like, you it's okay to mourn me, but for 3 days, and then after that, that's it. They're just kind of like okay, this amount of time, you can do that, but then it's done, and let's move on. We got stuff to do. I'm following you, let's go." So, I love it. So, thank you, Shauna, so much, and, sending you lots of love and many blessings to you. Hang in there. Yeah, yeah. How dare they? I know. But they knew you could handle it. Um, and you can. Um, just taking a moment at a time. Cuss at them if you want. They're like, yeah, bring it on. Come on, yell at us. Let it out. But they are I mean, they just are surrounding you. You have such a huge support team now that's always around you. And they can do so much more on that side for you than they ever could on this one. So look out. Here, your life's about to change too. So, all right, everybody. I think that is everyone. Let me just make sure here. Yeah, absolutely. So, thank you guys so much for being here. I will be off the next 2 days. So be back Wednesday night. As I normally am Wednesday through Friday. Um, if you haven't checked out this week's weekly energy updates, I think this will be the last week I'm going to be doing weekly energy updates. Just because I don't get a lot of traffic on them, and I'm thinking of investing my energy doing things that maybe you guys would like get more out of. I'll continue to do monthlies, but maybe I'll do more lives, or we'll see what we're going to do. But this is the weekly energy updates for this week that have to do with what's the key to love for the week. So if you haven't checked it out, it's by each individual zodiac sign. So be sure to check them out. So again, thanks for all the birthday wishes. You've helped make this a wonderful, wonderful, memorable birthday for sure. And please know as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you again, have a great day, a great night, wherever you're out in the world, and we'll see you soon. Until then, much love to you. You guys take care. We'll see you.